In today's episode, I'll talk you through our latest event coming up in May, what you have to do to join in, and what's been changing here at Rehab Chiro. If you're new to the podcast, every episode we share the stories of Chiros who are learning how to build their businesses and along the way, learning the lessons they won't teach you in Chiro school. If you need help taking your business to the next level, go to the link in the show notes and speak to my team, and we can help you find the right information. And if anything you hear today is useful to your practice, please like and follow wherever you get your podcasts, or leave a review. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Justin Rabinowitz, and this is Business School for the Rehab Chiropractor. So we have our next live event here in May, coming off a massive event in January that was in Orlando, and this one will be back home in New Jersey. And I could not be more excited for this next live event because it's going to be different than anything we've ever done. The event in January was big. It was 170 people. It was getting on stage and changing lives. And this event is going to be smaller. It's going to be more intimate. It's going to be more directly affecting and helping you grow your business. So Rehab Chiro Mastermind Live is running on May 16th and 17th here in Bridgewater, New Jersey, which is a 20-minute quick ride in an Uber from Newark Airport, very easy to get to. If you are a guest listening to this podcast, have never been to our event before, your special pre-event day, your workshop is going to be on May the 15th. And then you'll have the 2 days of the 16th and the 17th, but you will come in exclusively on Friday to make sure that we can build your practice exactly how it needs to be done. The doors open at 9 o'clock on both days, and we should be done around 5. Before I even get into what the topics are, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the experience that people have when they come to our events. And sometimes if you're out there listening and you haven't been to an event like this and haven't got on a plane to travel, why you wouldn't even know why it might be worth it for you. You know, it's funny, back in 2020, we had an unbelievable world event that put people at home. And 6 years later, we're now working with business owners, very specifically, who for most of their schooling career have been on a computer and been on Zoom. And it's been interesting talking to them because one of the things that I realized is they don't understand the value of being in person. What we're seeing now all these years later is so many businesses are really, really lonely. I don't know if this sounds like you, but when I was in practice by myself, before I joined a community, before I had friends in the business, I didn't know who to turn to. I would always say you had 4 walls around your office and they would talk and they didn't say nice things. And so if nothing else, if I didn't even tell you about what the actual tactics and topics of this live event were, the idea of getting in a room live and in person with 100, 120 people who are going through the same struggles as you, who resonate with your message, who understand the fears, the challenges that you have, it's just invaluable. And in my own career, reflecting back over the last 10, 12 years of my own personal journey, I travel 6, 7, 8, 10 times a year to events simply to get in the room with people. You know, we talk about the topics at the live event, but I always tell people the most value that happens at any sort of live event is all of the time between the presentations. You know, we promise you that the content will be great. And to this point, we've done 10, 11, 12 of these live events. It always is great. But if you walk in a room and have a conversation during lunch or at the bar afterwards with someone, and those are the things that stick. Some of my best friends, some of the people who now coach in my community are people I met at events like this. People like Kevin Vandy, who I'm now hosting a seminar with, and someone like Allison Feld and Carrie Jose, people that I met in rooms like this. And, you know, our journeys have paralleled and we've grown together and gone through the same trials and tribulations. And my dream always was to be able to forge that community within our own business model. And so going back, it's like, yeah, the content, that's going to be great. But the people you meet, the relationships you create, the people that'll hold you accountable and you have a shoulder to cry on, someone to laugh with and someone to celebrate with, those are the things that you can't reproduce on Zoom, which is why we put on these live events. And, you know, I tell people all the time, these events are not easy to do. They're costly, and it's a big piece of our business that takes our focus away from doing other things. But they're just so valuable to us and for our community that we always say we'll beg and plead with you to get there, and we know that you won't regret it. And so as we look at what we're talking about at this live event, the number one topic that is interesting to me right now is how the chiropractic practices in our world are not going to fall behind. Obviously, it's 2026, AI all over the place. I think as chiros, the good news is our actual treatment and service is not being replaced by AI robots anytime soon. That's the good news. The bad news is many of us, because we're so busy in our practice, we don't even know where to start with utilizing it. And quite frankly, the ones who are using it, they're doing it terribly. They're using AI slop. I see it on their Instagram. I see it on their email. It's just the most basic, generic AI-based content, and you might as well not be using it at that point. And so one of the things that I'm going to be doing at this live event specifically is I'm going to have a session that is going to be no slides. It's going to be no formal presentation. It's going to be me sitting down and almost like a fireside chat and walking you as a chiro, knowing your current schedule, your limitations, your situation, and give you the 3 to 4 places that you should be, could be, definitely need to be using AI today. That's not going to cause more challenges in your business. It's going to make your life easier. And so I want to sit down with everyone there and help them make it easier. I'll give you an example. There was a time in my business where we would put a weekly email out for this Rehab Chiro coaching business. And I had a marketing assistant who would do that. And they would write 1 email per week. And my guess is it probably took them, I don't know, an hour, 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours to be able to craft the email and edit it and make sure it goes out. Utilizing the AI strategy that I've created and the right prompts, I took over that and wrote 16 emails in 34 minutes. How do I know? Because I timed it. So that is the level of efficiency where, listen, if you're listening to this podcast, you have no time. You have no time to figure out how to use it. You have no time to spend researching it. You have kids, you have patients, you have a business to run. You have no time. But if you're using AI correctly, you can gain back so much time in your business and your life and become even more efficient. The second thing that utilizing AI correctly is going to do in your business, it's going to make you profitable. There were things that would take a full-time person to do that now an AI robot can do for free. The challenge, though, is understanding you have to have the skill to be able to prompt that bot. You have to have the skill to be able to tell that bot, whether it's ChatGPT or Claude, it doesn't matter what it is. There is a legitimate skill to being able to do that. Within my own business, and again, sharing what I'm doing currently, something that I do is review calls. I review first phone calls on both sides of the business. Think about what it looks like. Let's just say it's a 30-minute call. You listen to the 30-minute call, then you analyze the call, then you put it through a script and a prompt, and then you provide feedback. To do it properly, one call could take up to 2 hours. Now, because we have the right tools within our AI system, I can now get the transcript. I can upload it into an AI project that I have. It can then look at the sales call. I can prompt it with the exact sections that I want to look at, and I can provide feedback and coaching, and then have my next coaching scripts and the things that I want to teach my team literally within 15 minutes. So think about that. I went from 2 hours to 15 minutes with, to be honest with you, with an even better product and system. And I tell all of you that specifically because, listen, AI is here. Everyone knows that. And there is a level of like, you should be afraid of it. You should be scared of it, but in a healthy way. The people that are going to win at this next stage of business are not the ones who avoid AI for sure. They are going to be the ones that are able to utilize it. They're the ones that are going to be profitable with it. And they're the ones that are going to embrace it in their practice, which is going to help them be profitable long-term. Something else that we're doing at this live event that we've never done before is I am going to have some of our members get on stage and speak. Now, in the past, I've interviewed them. I've kind of guided it. I've made sure that they kind of were set up in the right way. But what we're doing this time for the first time ever is I want you guys, specifically the guests and my members, to hear from our community. I want people to now hear a different voice because it's easy when I say it. It's easy when Justin says it. Yeah, you can do it that way. You've been in it for a while. You've been doing it 10 years. You're in New Jersey. There's a lot of excuses. But now we are actually going to be getting our members who are in our community to get on stage and share their story, share something that they've done, they've created, something that they've been able to communicate and execute in their business that you can take Monday morning and apply to your business. And it's the first time we're ever doing it. Why are we doing it? Because I want everyone there to recognize that the growth of themselves and their business is not just something that Justin can do himself. It's not just something Justin's practice Drive to Move can do. It's not whatever excuse, whatever reason why. We want to squash that. We want you to see people who started in the exact situation you were in. Then they were starting out making $4,000, $5,000 a month, and now 50, 60, 70. They were in here as an associate, and now they're owning the business and now making 60, 70, 80, 90, $100,000 and leading a team. And I want you to hear their story, and I want you to hear it from them. Because again, the thing about these live events is it's about information, but there's a level of it's about inspiration. It's about you coming in and hearing one thing differently, or looking at someone on stage and thinking they're good, but I can do that too. And so that's the next thing that's going to be a massive change to this live event. This episode is brought to you by Jane, a practice management software and EMR built to support you in the day-to-day work of running your business. If you're a health or wellness practitioner, you already know the care you provide starts well before your patient arrives and extends far beyond the treatment room. Jane is here to support every part of that experience. With online booking, your clients can book at a time that works for them. And with features like waitlist notifications, they'll even be able to grab last-minute openings when they pop up. It's an easy way to keep your schedule full while getting your patients the care they need. During your appointment, Jane's AI-powered documentation feature can help you thoughtfully take notes so you can stay present with the person in front of you. And after appointments, you can end your time together on a healing note, not a transactional one, by charging the card on file. So guys, when Jane reached out to me to become an ambassador for them, it was a no-brainer. In my community Slack channel, we have 140 Kairos PTs, US, Canada, and all over the world. And this is like the one piece of equipment software that consistently gets a 10 out of 10 rating. They talk about it all the time. They absolutely love it. And so when Jane reached out to me to help them and be an ambassador for their brand, it was an absolute no-brainer. And I am so excited to be able to work with them. To learn more about Jane, how they can support you and your patients, head to jane.app/demo. And one last thing. If you're ready to get started with Jane, you can use my code RehabChiro1MO for a 1-month grace period on your new account. Something else we're doing for the first time, and this speaks directly to people that have never been to an event before. If you are thinking about coming for the first time, one of the challenges that we are solving this time actually is that when people come in, they're overwhelmed by all of the content within the 2 days of the live event on the Saturday and the Sunday. And so we're going to fix that. So if you've never been to a live event before and you've thought about our community, you've been following along, you've been listening to the podcast, but you're like, I'm just not ready for it. Well, we have something for you. What we're doing for the first time ever is on the Friday before the live event, we are doing a completely separate day just for the guests. And the reason why that's so important is because what you are going to do is wherever you are in your business journey, we are going to get you with me personally and with my team in a very small group in an environment that is made just for you. We're going to do our research. We're going to talk to you beforehand, and we're going to create a day and content specifically that's going to help you go from where you are to wherever you want to go. We've never done this before, but as our community has grown, we've realized that there's a need to help you, the people that aren't in our world yet, to help you get started. Yes, so we're going to get you at our live event. We're going to get you on Saturday, Sunday. You're going to see all of it. You're going to see people on stage, but we're going to create a separate day just for you on Friday. That's going to be specific to your business. It's going to help you create a roadmap. It's going to help answer any specific questions you have. So wherever you're located, whatever community you're in, whatever challenges you're facing, whatever your situation is, we are going to make it custom so that we can help solve the problems for you on that Friday. One thing that we've really thought about as a company here, as a Rehab Chiro, is how do we make sure that these businesses aren't just fly by night, learn marketing tactics, learn how to sell, and then they go off and sometimes do their own thing, but don't always get it right. And the way that we're solving that at this live event is we are going to walk you through what I call how to plan and build a real business, which means that a section of the live event is going to be about reflection. It's going to be about working on the business. It's going to be about helping you think about what are the things I said I was going to accomplish leading up to this event in this year? And what did I do? Did I do them well? If I didn't do them well, why didn't I do them well? And then walk you through so that you can leave on Sunday with an exact plan of what you need to change and what you need to do next. Again, it's something we've never done at these live events before. Usually we're just on stage teaching, but what we're going to do is head down work so that not only are we going to teach you and prompt you, but you guys are going to actually leave there with a business plan for the next 6, 7, 8 months of the year to get you through the rest of 2026. Lastly, The biggest challenge that we're seeing inside our community now is as businesses have grown, the practitioner, the business owner, is they've realized and understood they can get on the phone and they can communicate, and then they can do what we call a discovery visit and an evaluation, and they can get people to get across the line and they can communicate and sell and deliver outcomes. Well, when you can do that, you create another problem in that your business grows and you need to hire staff and an associate. And so because of that, what we've realized is the next issue within the company, within the businesses here, is how do we train staff and associates to be able to provide and to sell and market at that level? And so we are going to have a special section this time on specifically how to communicate during a DV and eval. Because you out there, if you're a high-level practitioner, the biggest challenge you're going to face is to actually use your practitioner skills. And if you cannot get someone to commit to care, you cannot get someone to say yes and swipe their credit card and become your patient, all the clinical skills go out the window. And so we're going to have a specific section for you. So if you're a solo right now and can't get to the next level, or you are a practice owner who can't translate your information to your associates, this session is perfect for you because we're going to walk you through the biggest mistakes that we see, the issues that we're currently seeing in practice, and how to go about solving that so you can make more money in your business, get more free time on your calendar, and really, really, truly build the practice of your dreams. If you're listening to this and you're looking to improve your practice, go to the link in the show notes and talk to our team. We also have a massive community of people just like you who have taken their practice to the next level. So send us a message if you're interested. I'm Dr. Justin Rabinowitz, and this has been Business School for the Rehab Chiropractor. Like, subscribe, and click follow wherever you get your podcasts.